Hi, this is Dave Philippi with FabCAD, and we'd like to thank you for purchasing our products. When you open up FabCAD, the screen will look something like this. It'll have a start drawing. You won't have any of your recent documents because particularly if you just opened the program now for the first time. So when you get to this start page here, you want to just do a pull down and pick FabCAD DWT and bring that up as your template. And then you're going to see some tabs here. You can add new drawings by just clicking the plus tab here. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of the screen and also give you some basic command tips and tricks to use to find how to work around the screen, how to choose objects, various things like that. So here's your ribbon across the top. You have your draw commands here, draw line, arc, circle, all those are there. Layout tools like move, copy, rotate, trim, erase. Annotation refers to text and to dimensioning. So here's a line dimension, angular dimension, radius, diameter, all those are there. Here's your library icon here. I'll show you that in a second. Insert design, insert photo, insert PDF. All these are insertions tab here. Here's your auto rail tab with all your different auto rail routines, the horizontal rail, stair rail, gate, and fence. Here's the utilities ribbon with your zooms. And you have your snaps here, and one important one here is your tool palettes, which has all your different hatches and all kinds of other neat little tools that we'll show you in subsequent movies. Now, down the bottom, you see these little layout tabs here, and these are basically different sheets you can use to print with. And on our training site, you will see how to use layout tabs and how to use model space and paper space. All those are training movies that we provide for you. Across the bottom here, you have items like ortho mode, and the way that works, I'm going to turn it off right now. I'm just going to go up here and draw a line. When I pick a point, and you see I can go any direction. When I click on ortho, I can only go in straight locations like so. When you send your kid to get their teeth straightened, you send them to an orthodontist. Ortho means straight. Okay? So that's what that's all about. And then there's snaps. These are basically automatic snap locations. So when I want to draw a line, when I hold my mouse near the end point, it'll snap to that. Or if I draw a line and hold my mouse near the middle, there's a midpoint. So those are little snaps that automatically come up. Those are the same snaps you see here, endpoint, midpoint, snap to center, all your different snaps. Because if you want to make sure you're connected, you want the computer to find that snap. It's going to be hard for you to do that manually. Now, if I wanted to erase some of these lines, there's a different selection options that I have. So I can go to the erase command, and I can either pick the item like that. You see it highlighting there. I could put a window around. So what I did was I clicked an empty part of the screen, and when I do that, when I go in this direction and it's purple, that's a window. When I go this way, that's a crossing. The difference is a window, anything I surround, I select. You see when I surround that item, it shades, but the vertical lines do not because I'm not totally surrounding them. Now if I go down a little further, you notice that shades. So anything that I surround with a window, I'm selecting, okay? And then I just right click and it's gone. If I do erase again, anything I cross through, so I'm just crossing through it. A crossing, it selects. I don't have to surround it. All I have to do is cross through it, or I could go this direction and cross through it. But you notice at the top, the horizontals aren't being selected because I'm not crossing through those. And then I right click and they're gone. To move around the screen, recommend that you get a mouse with a wheel. So you spin the wheel in and out, and wherever you hold the cursor, that's where it zooms to. To pan, to move around the screen, I'm pushing the wheel down and moving my mouse. Okay? Pushing down the wheel and moving the mouse. All right. So the command sequence basically is move something, you select the objects. When you're done selecting, you got to tell the computer that you're done. So when I'm done, I right click. Then it says specify base point. So anytime you see the word point here, that is your left mouse. It's your point finger, which is normally your left mouse button. So I just pick a point, and then it says specify second point. So I'm going to take off ortho so I can move it wherever I want. And I'll hit point again, and it's done. If I click copy, it's the same sequence. Select the objects. I select this, and I right click, specify base point, and then second point. And now I'm making copies. I just keep pointing, and I've made copies of that. So that's the sequence of how all that works. And we recommend use this program every day and go through the routines. And any of our training movies, you can go through and just follow how we do it. And it'll take you a little. Once you get it, do a few times, you'll get used to it. So when I erase, and I go through and I select a whole bunch of stuff like that and right click, it's gone. Now, the library. When I click on the library, it's going to probably come up looking like this. And down in this split window, you'll see library files. And there are all the library files right there. Well, what you want to do is when you get to that, you right click and you want to add it to favorites, because when you click, I click add to favorites. Now, here's the favorites folder here. When I click on this, you'll see that library files comes up, and then you're back to where it was before. I can get rid of that window. I can grab this border and drag it off to the side to get some screen real estate, and then I can make it a little bit smaller. And we have training movies on how to use the design library. Okay, so that's just a basic overview of the screen and how to use your basic commands and how to move around the screen. And I recommend that you continue on with the rest of the lessons that show you basic draw commands and some other beginner items that you need to learn in order to be successful running this program. Take care. Bye.